Hello people, today I'm going to be doing a review for the new Disney Pixar movie, now released on Disney Plus, Luca. This is the second Disney Plus released Pixar film. The first was Soul, back in December, I believe, and here we are with Luca. I feel bad for the creators over at Pixar, just because, movies like The Croods 2 is being released in theaters, and a bunch of animated movies are being released, and yet Pixar, the top tier, god-level animators, are just being pushed to a streaming service with no extra cost. So I do feel bad with that aspect, and like I said, well, I didn't say this earlier, it's been multiple takes for this video, but I really did know nothing about this movie going into it. I knew that Jacob Tremblay's the lead, and I knew that Italy was involved, and that's about it. And yeah, so my expectations going into it were, it's Pixar, and that's it. So yeah, let me get my problems out of the way with this movie. Unfortunately, the biggest problem I have with the movie is the story itself. It's just not very compelling. And yeah, I know what the movie was going for, and I really respect for what they were trying to do, with, just capture, children being children in Italy. And that's really the point, and just trying to have like a light, fun time watching a movie. And the movie really does accomplish that sense of what they're trying to go for, and what they were their vision for the movie, I don't think was let go, and I think it's a really solid movie. But sadly, the story is maybe not compelling enough for an average audience. I did watch this with three toddlers, and they were thoroughly entertained the whole entire time. So if you're looking for, will my kids like this? Probably. So, yeah, and the other knack I have with this movie is almost stems off my last problem, and it's the story is so not involved. The movie tries to have like a big emotional ending like the other Pixar movies have, and this one doesn't feel as earned as the other Pixar movies. Of course, there's a couple times where I was like, oh, that's a great moment, but I was never like, oh, that's touching and that's great. And of course, they do it well. It's just, and it's not the execution of that, it's just the lack of connection of the story and the characters and what they're trying to do with the message. The story just has absolutely nothing to do with, what they're trying to do with these characters. Like in Finding Nemo, the story's all about what they're trying to do with the message. And basically almost in any other Pixar movie, it's just, the message always interlies with the story. This movie just didn't have that. But those are almost small nitpicks because, the emotion standpoint of the movie is still there. It's just the story could have enhanced it a little bit more. And yeah, like I said, that story trying to build a Vespa, that's it. And yeah, but not to say that the movie was boring, because it was not boring. I was thoroughly entertained throughout the whole entire time. The movie has a great message. The voice actors, Jacob Tremblay is great. What's the other guy's name? The guy from It and Shazam. Jack Dylan Grazer. Yeah, his face. He was great as well, and I'm not so sure about the other actors or voice actors in this movies. The animation here was fabulous. Of course, it's the first animated movie to be done 100% animation at home. So this movie looks great. You get close-ups of characters, and they look really realistic at moments. In Italy, I come from a mostly Italian family. Sorry, my camera cut out for a second. Like what I was saying is that I had a lot of family watching this with me that are familiar with the Italian, production, or not production, design of the animation, and they all really related and pointed out the accuracy, which I thought was really, really cool. Like in this movie, even though, it's a kids movie, most of the time I roll my eyes at kids jokes in kids media, but most of the time, this time really had a lot of solid jokes that made me laugh, and including the rest of the family. And Pixar always finds that great comedy that for all ages, I think that could really work. There's some other movies that I don't think so much, but yeah, even though the big question after seeing a Pixar movie is most of the time, oh, did you cry? My answer is no, but I will say I got full body chills twice towards the end, which I thought that's pretty good. Most animated movies can't do that. And so yeah, overall, I really did enjoy Luca. I'm gonna give it an 8.5 out of 10. And yeah, next up, I will be seeing Fast and Furious 9. real soon, and then, after that we have Black Widow. We have a lot of summer movies coming. And by the way, if you're watching this review, I will be saying that for the next week there will be very little to no content for the next 7 days from the 22nd to the 29th. So, yeah, I apologize for that in advance. So, yeah, anyways, like, share, subscribe, and stuff like that, and adios.